Coalition warplanes pounded ISIS positions around Raqqa, the group's declared capital. Here, just one of 16 ISIS-controlled bridges destroyed. It's the kind of progress President Obama wants to talk about.
In short, ISIL's recent losses in both Syria and Iraq prove that ISIL can and will be defeated.
A total of 18 airstrikes on July 4th, several airstrikes in populated areas. The Pentagon insists no change in policy, but could there be new flexibility?
I think what the strikes on Raqqa over the weekend show is that they've relooked the rules of engagement for those airstrikes, and they're willing perhaps to take a little bit more risk with collateral damage and civilian casualties.
The U.S. hope the strikes will force ISIS leaders to reposition troops and weapons. Syrian Kurdish fighters are on the ground, now less than 50 miles from Raqqa, working with the Americans to pinpoint more ISIS targets for bombing.
If you put pressure on a force with ground forces, with offensive action, it forces the enemy to move, to communicate, and to mass to defend his positions. And then he becomes vulnerable to airstrikes.
U.S. officials say one of the dead may have been an aide to Junaid Hussein, an ISIS hacker believed to have communicated with an attacker in the Garland, Texas assault on a cartoon contest. The U.S. still looking for top ISIS leaders, including Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, who the U.S. believes could be in Raqqa.
With respect to leadership, they were not the subject of these particular tactical opportunities that arose over the weekend north of Raqqa, but we continue to take action.
But a setback in Iraq. 7 killed and 8 wounded when an Iraqi military jet accidentally dropped a bomb on a residential neighborhood in Baghdad.